Welcome to Northern Soul. We're doing a review on vodka.
Vodka. And pigeons.
And pigeons. Mostly vodka. Okay.
Raising pigeons of vodka. I wonder if the pigeon will drink the vodka.
No, absolutely not.
Don't drink
no comments, please, on that. We're going to do 9 vodkas. Some you may have heard of, some you may not have. We've got grain vodkas, potato vodka, and grape vodka, which technically I guess isn't a vodka, but we're going to let that slide because it says vodka on the bottle anyway, so we're just going to say that's good enough for should we just date ourselves, 2019, 2020?
Pigeon likes the vodkas. He's really interested in the different.
Which one is he eyeing right now?
Kind of vodkas.
We'll see which one he likes. So we'll start pouring. We got first one here, recipe 21. It says premium vodka, so we're gonna believe it because we believe everything that's written on the label.
Cheapest one of the bunch, right? Around.
We're gonna go cheapo, and we're gonna let this set the bar.
$13 for a big bottle, US.
It might shock us. Well, let's see. So just a little touch.
First of all, this is a racing pigeon that we found today. He came to visit us. He was in a race this weekend, but I guess he lost his way or got tired. And he wound up on our lawn, and he didn't want to leave, so we got ourselves a pigeon. We fed him when I actually looked up his numbers and looked up his owner.
Yeah.
And I called up his owner.
And said keep him?
No, his owner said just feed him some bird seed and stuff and water and let him go tomorrow morning. So
he'll head back?
Yeah, he'll fly back to where he's gone.
Who knew that?
Where he's from. He's a homing pigeon. You're right, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
But he's a pretty good pigeon as far as pigeons go.
Check his legs to see if he's got a message or anything?
No messages, just these tags. He's got one of these yellow tags.
It's probably a tax tag from the government because tax everything, right?
Exactly.
Okay, we're gonna try this on the nose.
All right. Okay.
Give it a smell.
Should we start
straight alcohol.
Should we start with the bad one, or?
But yeah, we're just gonna go in order in sequence here, and we're gonna go from grains, potato to grape at the end.
All right.
It's probably
Do you like it?
Oh god, you're
Smells alcohol. Yeah.
It smells like straight alcohol, like rubbing alcohol. Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna rub some on my legs after this.
They'd probably get rid of some mosquito bites, which you might be getting some right as we speak. Okay, let's try it. Shine.
I mean, it tastes like rubbing alcohol a little bit.
It's bad.
Is it?
I think so.
I mean,
That's a low bar, which is good.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to start.
Okay. There are nuances of vodka there, but it's mostly covered up by rubbing alcohol. I don't know. That's what it is. I think you could take nail polish off of this.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Paint remover. Yeah, you could use it for a lot of stuff. I wouldn't say I wouldn't drink it straight, but you could mix it with pretty much anything.
You need to mix it. Okay, so let's just say that's a mixer, not a sipper. Just straight up. And for that price,
it's got a martini glass on it though, so I don't know if that.
It's already telling you mix it.
Yeah, so you gotta put olives in it. You need a little bit of salt.
Very dirty martini. Very dirty. Like you put some of this in the actual olive jar and then drink it out of that with a paper straw because environment, right? We're not gonna get started on that. All right, next up we got Tito's. Homemade.
Environmentally friendly.
Handmade, not homemade.
Tito's.
It's not Tito from down the road.
I wonder if this pigeon's ever seen Mexico. Probably. Been around. You look like you've been around.
Can't even get around here properly. It's never seen anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think he said that the race started in Toronto, so he didn't get too far. It's apparently because it rained that the...
You got the princess pigeon. That's what happens.
Okay, put him down. There we go.
All right, there he goes. Bye. Hey, buddy. 314A2D2 or whatever.
There it is.
Is that the name?
No, 16189, I think.
Those of you that are interested in looking it up, that's what it is.
It belongs to a guy named Ian. Yeah.
Ian. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Ian.
Or is it Ian? From now to 2-0, that guy?
Could be Ian. Tito's.
Oh, that smells totally different.
Yeah, it's not as rubbing-y.
It's not rubbing my nostrils.
Yeah.
That's a lot more pleasant, I have to say.
All right, Tito, you got some
got some vodka in your vodka bottle, it seems like.
He listened to his dad.
There's quite a bit of...
started making this...
Oh, what is that? There's caramel or something? Vanilla.
There's
a vanilla... You see it?
I smell pigeon.
Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Pigeon. Okay, let's try it.
There's a kick to it. It's still burning.
It does have a little bit of a bite to it, doesn't it? It's a little spiky with the alcohol. Like, you know there's alcohol in it. But it's only 40%.
What's this one?
Probably 40. I think they water all
40,
down pretty much.
Yeah.
That's like just classic vodka.
It's all right.
That's not bad. Maybe that's the new bar. This is for like cleaning things. This is for drinking. So we'll say Tito's is setting the bar now. So we'll try the Zirkova 1.
Zirkova. Zirka means star in Ukraine.
What does Zirkova mean?
Of the star.
Of this star?
Of the star.
You think so, or is that real?
Yeah,
That's
that's true. That's what it is.
Okay, so one.
Belonging to the star.
One here is supposed to be. You're supposed to drink this neat. This is for exactly what we're doing here, not necessarily mixing. Product of Ukraine.
Pigeon feathers all over.
I don't know where this is a product of. Does anyone care? Shoppers?
Hold on. Product of.
Oh, this one's cold.
So Tito's is Austin,
The
Texas.
salute fit for royalty. Well,
Oh,
it's
God, that's quite a claim.
All right.
Bold statement, bold words. Okay, one.
All right.
It's got a little bit of that alcohol in the nose.
Well, it should. I think if vodka doesn't smell like alcohol, then you got a problem. It's
Yeah, but there's degrees, right? Like this one's spiky as all.
like I don't think you
Just
can put.
punches
I don't
in the
think you
nose.
can put vodka in a decanter and let it air out.
I like that. No, because then it'd
It's
just be
water.
called. It'd be water with it.
Vodka,
some flavor?
Well, vodka literally means water, right? Voda is water.
Okay, so it
Vodka
would
is
literally
little.
be. So it changes from vodka to water.
Yeah.
Even the language changes.
The longer we talk, like the alcohol is escaping.
It's probably
as we
fine.
speak.
We've got about 6 more in front of us, so
It's,
it's fine.
it's escaping right now.
It is escaping.
All right.
What do you think?
That's all
It's
right.
fine.
Smells good.
Let's try it. Oh my god, it's like that almost tastes like water.
Yeah.
It was like nothing.
It's
Really smooth.
the other. This is a difference, and I don't know if it. Yeah, I swirled it. The Tito's and the whatever the
Sector 21.
Recipe
Recipe 21.
recipe
Or
21.
2-1.
They were back of the throat type of burn. This one, the tip of my tongue is feeling all kinds of sensations.
Yeah, I got it. That's a good point. I actually felt it in the side of my tongue, which is the same idea.
Yeah, but it's not the front. It's not the back.
It's not the back where it's
in
just
the-
like
in the-
you
in the
feel like
front.
a fire breathing.
Well, because they say like your taste buds are all over the tongue, different flavors that they pick up and stuff like that. So depending on where it hits your tongue or where it not hits, but where it stimulates your tongue.
Well, let's see where together
Yeah, very
ends up.
tippy tongue, tippy tongue.
But I think it's very good for somebody who wants a really clean vodka, where they, where they want it shouldn't taste like anything.
What is this?
Sorry. I'm more concerned for myself because there's so many vodkas in there.
You're pouring these like what's that joke about
Shut it.
the guy who says, excuse me, waiter, my plate is wet. He says, no, that is your soup.
Okay, so this is Zirkova together, which in their line as they work together, which is odd. This is the one that.
Do we need to mix the two?
This
Do we need to mix
no.
the two? No.
But this is for
Is it
mixing.
like a two-part elixir, like
like super glue. You know they got those two parts of super
epoxy.
glue?
Like
Epoxy. Yeah.
It's like an epoxy.
It's
You gotta
not an
mix the two.
epoxy. Although I've never tried it. Maybe
I
we
bet
can
you
try that next.
If you mix it,
But it's vodka.
Experiments.
It's vodka. What the hell? Maybe if we mix recipe 21 with it.
It says, does it say on the bottle, like, do not mix with red? 'Cause
Yeah, do not mix. It's
slow.
tempting.
It's like bromine and chlorine. You can't mix the two because
Oh, really?
they'll explode. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Don't
so-
give that information out. Just probably ignore that.
Yeah, well, no, because if you got a bromine tub, whatever, you don't want to throw chlorine into it because it's
A bromine tub. That's a
like
real
a
thing.
hot tub. If you use bromine to sanitize your hot tub,
Oh, okay.
and then you add chlorine to it, you could
Some lot of tips here.
yeah. I think they'd have to be like really concentrated for them to have like a super chemical reaction, but for
Still,
what
the
I-
risk is there. That's
yeah,
what you're saying.
So stay away from it. Then and you also don't want to create like a soup that's going to burn your skin if the two are. Anyways.
Sounds relaxing. Okay, so this is together. This is designed for mixing. And Zirkova, they're all into that. Let's all be friends. Let's all hold hands and stuff. They're into
Yes.
that. So that's kind of good. It's a positive vibe company as well.
Hands.
And from Ukraine.
Do we have to hold hands while we?
Let's do this. Pow! Okay, do the smell.
Smell like pigeon?
got this, yeah.
It does smell like fucking.
Okay, let's go to the drink here. Let's try it.
That one's middle of the tongue to rear.
I got tip of the tongue and creaminess.
Your tongue is a whole different. Your taste buds are misplaced.
Yours is wrong. You're wrong. But it's creamy. Did you notice that?
Here's a. Are you a cilantro lover or a cilantro hater?
I can't do that.
I hate cilantro too because we have the olfactory.
Perfected taste buds.
No, it's in our nose. We can sense aldehyde chemicals.
Aldehyde?
Aldehyde.
That sounds like something that cannot go with bromine or chlorine.
Yes.
Is that true?
True. Definitely true. So the aldehyde chemicals, we smell them, and to me, it tastes like spraying perfume in my mouth. Some people say it's like soap, putting soap in their mouth.
How do you spray perfume in your mouth? How do you know that?
Because a friend of mine sprayed perfume in my mouth before, and in my eyes at the same time.
Was it? You mean mace, or you mean like?
No, it was perfume. He's like, smell this. So I went in to smell it, and he thought he just
gave me the beans.
Like, what are you doing?
Okay. So,
A bit of a story. In Florida, my grandmother used to make pierogies with the church, and there was one woman there who was very perfumed up, like she was like bathing in perfume. And so my grandmother brought these pierogies home, and even after they'd been boiled, I was eating them and I could taste the perfume.
Oh god, that's awful.
And it tasted like cilantro.
Was it good pierogies though?
No, it tasted like perfume.
I mean, typically, have you had those pierogies before?
Oh yeah.
So they were good.
No, Ukrainian pierogies.
So that person ruined it.
Yeah, she ruined. It was like literally. It was like. So the first time I tasted cilantro was in Cancun on my honeymoon.
Oh yeah.
And honeymoon was not ruined, but tainted.
Go on.
Tainted because they put in Mexico they put cilantro in everything or coriander.
I know.
Coriander, whatever
I
they call
saw
it.
that.
But here's the clincher. I was like, okay, everything's got cilantro in it. I'm done with cilantro. I can't stand the stuff. Just give me a bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
So they had Frosted Flakes or something, and I put the milk on there, and they feed the cows cilantro. The milk tasted like cilantro. I'm serious, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
This place is
I lost a lot of weight that week.
Yeah. Where was that? So
Cancun, Mexico.
Okay, don't go to Mexico. That's not an endorsement.
No, if you're a coriander,
Coriander?
coriander or cilantro, coriander, same.
Coriander's this.
I think it's the same thing. No, I don't know. I think it's. I thought it was just.
Okay, if anybody knows, write it down in the comments because apparently we can't be asked to Google. Everybody's googling now. We're just gonna do it the old school way, where we're just gonna Okay, so this is what do you think out of these two? Do you prefer one over the other? Or do they both have this has that spot, that has that spot?
Depends on. Here's if I had drank a hot coffee that morning and I burnt my tongue, and I knew that my tip of my tongue has got no flavor to it, I probably wouldn't drink this one because I wouldn't taste it at all.
Oh,
so as long as the tip of my tongue is working, I think that one is the one I'd be drinking.
Okay, and these ones are okay because they're back of the mouth.
Back of the mouth is usually what makes people kind of gag when they shoot.
That's what she said.
A booze.
Okay.
All right. So this is like a non-gaggy, I would say, because
because it's four.
It's in front of the
and it disappears cleanly, I would say.
Yeah.
I know this one to me is a bit more creamier. I like that the texture of it. Mixing it probably disappear. I don't know. We'll probably have to test it out.
I put some skin lotion in there.
Oh god.
Why? That's why it's creamy.
Why? Okay, Ketel 1. This is
this
is a Dutch one as well.
Dutch.
So this is the last of our wheat one.
You know why Dutchmen like to watch their stag videos, their bachelor party videos in reverse?
No, why?
Because they love to see the stripper hand back the money.
Oh god.
If you're Dutch, don't write the.
Yeah, no, you'd probably just be laughing. LOL. Just go lols in the comments. All right. If you're not Dutch, go ahead and subscribe. Okay, let's see what's up. Okay, that was pretty strong.
But okay. That was definitely
back of the throat.
The back of the throat. It's
sounds wrong, but
no. You know what? See, like
that's pretty smooth.
It's
for me.
It's smooth. It's smooth. But what I'll give it to sometimes when if I have like a raw throat, sore throat, or I feel like I'm getting some sort of hard to swallow kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeast. You got some yeast in the back.
Yeah, yeast in the back. I like to do a shot and gargle it to burn the back of my throat and kind of kill any kind of whatever is going on in there. And that one tastes like that garlic because it literally burns my
it hits that sweet spot of bacteria and viruses. You guys can just die.
That one, this is a medicinal one. This is
That's a medicinal one. Okay.
Medicinal vodka.
I found it pretty smooth. Similar taste-wise, like flavor-wise to the Tito's, I think. I find these very similar. And
Got a win in Tito's.
yeah, they're similarly priced as well. And
Is this Voss water? What is this?
that's not Voss water. This is Stoli.
This is Stoli?
Yeah, it is, but it's the elite one. So this is the ultra luxury. I think it's like
Oh, no way.
I don't know. They use moon crystals or something like that to clean it out or something like that.
Potatoes are handpicked by virgins.
These, I don't know. I think this is probably a wheat one as well, or whatever.
Isn't there like a recipe you have to adhere to for it to be a vodka?
Yeah, potato or whatever the grain is. I think it's wheat in it.
Or
Yeah,
but why?
that's why there was a grape. Those two are grape, and because P Diddy's like whatever he wants. Sorry, let's give you a problem.
Because you'd think that like I know Scotch.
Oh my god, that is metal. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
it's a heavy lid.
Getting serious. So this is the most expensive vodka worth mentioning here, at least in our neck of the woods.
Can the camera even see us?
Absolutely. It's a super wide angle lens. If you can't see us, I apologize if you're just staring at our crotches, which is probably not possible.
No, but if it's all I see is the vodka.
That's all you need to see. Who needs to see our emotions? It's coming from the ball. It's fine. It's fine. The pigeon's falling asleep because it's so boring.
Ooh, yeah.
Go on then. Right by
You know what? He's getting a good rest. Tomorrow he's going to be flying.
Whether he wants it or not.
How fast do pigeons fly? Like I mean,
Not
it's
very
about. He's got to go to Shirkston Shores on Lake Erie, which is a good hour by car, which at 100k.
As the pigeon flies.
But as the pigeon flies, it's straight through. I would say he can't drive. He can't fly like 100 kilometers.
No, unless he's in a nosedive. He's like, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna go super
I'd
high.
say he's probably doing
cannonball it.
20k per
He
hour.
might be faster. I don't know.
30k.
No, they're not that clumsy.
So say 20 miles an hour, and if it takes an hour to get, because you're doing 100 in an hour, so with the
We're doing math.
Oh my god.
Let's just stop. We're 6 in.
Either way,
We
he
don't
ate
need
a
to do
whole
that.
bowl full of grain. I had burned.
It's not going to fly very fast. I'll tell you, it's like you get off the ground like a chicken.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, guess what? You know what's the crazy and why I feel it's like a saint, because when I rescued him, there was a hawk circling overhead.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And this guy wasn't flying at all. He was dead tired. Like,
Yeah.
I just literally, I'd walk up to him and he would just like, I'm like, come on, then he just,
Yeah.
So
you talk to your bird.
yeah. So he was just easy to pick up because
I love chicks that are easy to pick up.
Here's an interesting story. I read once in I think it was a Reader's Digest or something
God.
about it was a woman who worked at the Washington Biological Survey.
Okay.
And they would go around
Sounds
and
legit.
tag birds.
Okay.
And so they had their tag on there that was abbreviated, and some guy called in and he said, I found one of your gooses or geese or whatever, and I followed the instructions on the legs and it tasted horrible. Because it said wash, boil, serve, but it was bio serve, like Washington Biological Survey. Not
whoops.
wash, boil, and serve.
God.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Some guy couldn't spell because bio is different than boil.
Hey man, it's so obvious, isn't it? They need
But then
pictures.
you know-
They need pictures.
You know what? If it was the day of this was before the internet, I think, because I was still reading.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Reader's Digest. Nobody reads
Because
that.
now
Is it even around?
everything's misspelled.
Yeah.
Like there's.
All right, let's see what's up with this elite.
Whoa! Wow!
What do you think? There's a lot.
That's very sweet.
Yeah, it's a.
It smells like candy canes. Ooh. What do you call it? You know when you know what's that spearmint gum? That's very.
Is it spearmint?
But when you think of one of those spearmint gums, like it kind of it wafts through your
Oh, like
sinuses.
the menthol.
Menthol.
Oh,
menthol. It's
Yeah.
like smoking you don't want to smoke around this, but it's like a menthol
Maybe you do.
cigarette.
Maybe you do. With a little bit of cinnamon.
Very
In the
menthol.
back, it's like a touch of like a spice, but that's probably the grain
Spice.
coming through.
What's that movie?
Spice Girls? Spice World?
No, the one with where everybody was looking for the spice on the red.
Oh yeah, Dune.
Dune. That was a.
Was there a line? Like
Spice.
the line? Get the spice. Just
Get the spice. It was all about the spice, and I was always trying to figure out what the spice
Who
is.
knew? What they meant was they just wanted some vodka.
Isn't it a kind of a metaphorical thing of how they went looking for spice and they found India, and because they were looking for spice, and India's like full of spices.
It sure is. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and drink this.
On a side note,
That one's actually a lot more powerful than I expected. It's got like oomph all over the place.
I think it's. Is it 40? It is 40%. I just want to see if there is.
Here's a little
What is
tip.
it?
Here's a little tip. I was going to India, and I was looking into getting I don't know, whatever, not malaria pills, but whatever.
I'm glad you finished that with.
There are all kinds of stuff that like for stomach issues and all that kind of stuff, because
Yeah.
India is not the cleanest place, if you will. And a guy who does missions around the world, he goes to Africa and India and all these different places. He told me, gave me some good advice. He said, wherever you land at the airport,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what country it is, usually they have a liquor store in the airport, which is the most trustworthy.
Right.
So buy yourself a bottle of the hardest liquor, usually like a vodka or whatever.
Like a
Keep it with
overproof
you.
or something.
Yeah, and keep it with you. And every time you eat a meal, do a shot beforehand and do a shot afterwards. And
Yeah, that's
you'll never
the
get
case.
sick, and your stomach, you never get a
I think
gurgle.
they did that with gin.
Well, it doesn't matter what the booze is, but
Yeah.
it works.
No, but that was a thing for, I think it was malaria, when the English went for war. I think
Really?
in, where is it? East Indies or something? I don't know, don't quote me on that, I don't know. But somewhere they went and they brought back gin. And then it became,
The juniper berries, you think they help?
no, it wasn't that, it was something else.
It's the booze, it's the alcohol. Alcohol kills it. So anyways,
So
I was telling my
Anyways,
in-laws,
just amazing.
I was telling my in-laws this story, and
Yeah.
they always call me on my BS. They said like it's BS. So I said, okay.
Always.
I was in their fridge, and I found in the back of the fridge a bag of shrimp that had gone, they turned. Like they were slimy as all hell. They smelled like
Oh my
like
God. Like teenage girls that don't know what bathing is.
yeah. Anyway, so I took these shrimp, and they were guaranteed to put you in the hospital. And I was like, watch this. I did a shot of rum, and I ate like a handful of the shrimp, and they were like hard to stomach, but I ate them, and then I downed another handful or another shot of rum, and I was clear sailing. Not a gurgle in my stomach. It was
Okay.
awesome.
So side note, we don't condone that anyone try that, right?
Yeah, don't try it.
Because there's people out there that'll be casual. Obviously anybody that's a subscriber or whatever is smart enough to know that and is laughing along.
Yeah.
But any of the casuals rolling through the hit and runs looking at you.
You know, it reminds me of a time when I had this party.
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do this. Don't do this.
Ever.
I did this,
Don't
and,
do
I, and
it.
I still think at night maybe.
Don't even drink vodka. Don't even.
So
do
I
anything with it.
had emptied out a jug of windshield washer fluid, and I
Covered.
filled it with this blue juice. It's like the same as blue stuff that you have in the blue freezies, but it
Okay.
comes in a juice. So it was a blue like windshield washer jug filled with this blue fluid.
Yeah.
And then I had this jug of antifreeze. I filled it with a green Gatorade. That Gatorade that's like kind of looks like it's glowing. So it looked like antifreeze and thing. And we were mixing drinks at this party with the blue windshield washer fluid and the Gatorade, which looked like antifreeze. Antifreeze will kill you. Don't drink it.
Don't drink anything.
But so we were making drinks and people were drinking and they're like loving this stuff. And I'm like, oh God. Afterwards, I'm thinking somebody might go home and actually
Like, hey man, where's that? Oh, it's good price. 4 liters of that stuff or whatever. Okay, so this is our first potato vodka. I think there's one
Are we going
element.
to do a commercial yet or time for a commercial?
We don't have
I got it.
sponsors.
Listen, I got a sponsor.
Or do we?
Listen,
We do. Go on.
do you know somebody who needs a dinking?
I mean,
perhaps maybe the last time she was in a parking lot, some guy banged her and then drove off without leaving his number. Well, our sponsor is Dinking. We have Dinking. If you have a ding in your door, you need a Dinking. That's it.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
That's a great name, eh? Dinking.
As seen on TV apparently, and now on YouTube by about 4 people. Okay. Potato vodka, I don't know, we'll see how popular this gets.
Chopin?
From Poland, I might add this vodka.
Chopin.
Yeah, Chopin potato vodka. Let's see what this is about.
I wonder if Chopin knows.
Pretty
He's
sure
rolling his grapes going like,
away.
he's like, I never drank alcohol in my life. I was totally against it, and now I'm on the bottle.
The polls don't give it. Beep. No, anything.
Yeah.
Go on.
Wow, this is a
That's definitely different than the other ones.
yeah.
There's a bit of a punch in the nose there, I have to say.
Yeah,
There's a
what is
lot of
that?
something. This potato, obviously, whatever they've done.
What was that? What were you saying? Like a wonky wheel or something?
Oh, it's probably left front shopping cart wheel with a little rope stuck to it. There's usually a piece of twine that's stuck to it that makes it go like that when you're pushing it.
Wound around.
Oh my god, yeah, that smells like a little bit of the grease and that and the bearing of it. Definitely.
No, and this is a weird.
How do you describe that?
What is that? Almost like no, it's not a.
It's
You know how the licorice smell that you get from what's that black licorice? What's that? Ouzo? Is it ouzo? No.
I don't know. We don't need brand names. Black licorice.
Black licorice. That ooze. That smells like black licorice.
Oh, sambuca.
Sambuca.
Yeah.
And it's got that kind of same, not black licorice, but it's kind of like that.
The top end of it, right?
Yeah,
That's
it's
sort of
similar
the bitter part of it.
It's similar to it. What do they make sambuca out of that gives it that black licorice flavor?
I don't know. There's some word for it. I can't
They
remember.
might have that same stuff in here.
No, it's not because the one at distill. That's from the potato. Do you think these are like? Oh, well, they are overly ripe potatoes, aren't they? How would you ferment it?
Yeah.
Go on then. All you need to do is drink vodka before you drink fermented potato, and nothing happens bad. Do you know that?
No. What? Yeah.
See if that's what
You can't eat potato eyes, did you know that? They're poisonous.
You what?
Potato eyes.
Why?
Because they're poisonous. The little
I mean the poisonous.
the little roots that come out of the potatoes,
Yeah.
poisonous.
Why? Well, is there something in it?
It's like rhubarb. You can eat the stalk, but
Oh.
you can't eat the leaf.
So it's one of those weird points, eh?
Yeah.
Don't eat potato eyeballs. Okay?
Ice, the,
Okay, let's try this.
That's
Very smooth. I don't even taste the like. There's no bite.
I taste a lot of it. It's
Really? The
it's
bite, or you mean the flavor? Because there's a lot of
there was
flavor.
almost wood in that one. You know how woods like cedar have a very pungent kind of not pungent, but like very strong.
almost like a oaky
Maybe
spiciness. to
maybe it is the
I
barrel.
think it's
or
like
something.
yeah. Like
Is there? Do they make vodka in a barrel? Like a charred barrel? Because there was a lot of wood in that to me.
But it doesn't mean it's not in there. Like we're trying to describe the flavors, right? There's a bit of I almost can taste like the potato, like a not quite well cooked potato.
French fries?
You know what? No, not French fries. Like a boiled potato that's not quite done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's got that sort of starchiness smell to it. That's what that.
Yeah.
That's what's on that. The big note that punches you in the nose, at least for me. When you drink it, it's just like it envelops your mouth, and then you just have you swallow, and then it's. I don't get a lot of. I don't know if I like that, to be honest.
Potato, man.
It's very different from all these ones.
It's got musical notes to it because it's Chopin.
It's got some minor.
Was Chopin a musician?
He's a pianist or something.
A
like
pianist.
that. Pianist. Chopin is finished.
I wonder if Pete Diddy touches this one by like every bottle himself. Does he as they go down the line?
Oh, I hope not. I hope some of his bitches do it. That's if you've seen a rap video. That's actually even today they still do it. I'm shocked.
Do they still twerk?
In 20, I don't know. I don't watch them because I know they're all the same. But
I shot a rap video with twerking girls at a pool.
That's for real?
Yeah, it was crazy. The best video shoot I've ever
and that's
done.
why every video shoot's the same for them because they're like,
And
why change a good thing?
if you walked into that house,
Oh,
you were hot boxing.
Big jealous part. Well, that's okay in Canada because one good thing Trudeau did.
Yeah,
One.
the one.
I'm actually surprised he followed through because he didn't follow through with
And
anything
I think
else.
he's been getting high in his own supply.
You know what?
He's broken the first rule.
Never help, man.
First rule.
Oh god, that guy.
The decisions he's making. I don't know, man.
Got to make him a great drama teacher again.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's not get into politics, right? All right. So first grape vodka.
grape vodka.
which they're actually classifying as vodka. Technically
It's not a vodka, but the EU classifies it as a vodka because it says EU classification vodka. Because you can't, there's nowhere it would be on a shelf all by itself if in a liquor store if you couldn't classify it as something, right?
Under P. Diddy and.
But I'll give you I was in Shanghai and I was like,
Is that exactly?
Shanghai, yeah. I mean, we were, I guess, in the old part of Shanghai, the old town there where all the coolness, where all the tourists go. And I was like, oh, I could use a bottle of something because, you know, I'm going to be trying all kinds of different foods. And as I said, like,
Good idea.
the best thing to do is to do a shot before and after the meal. I was with this guy, the other guy, John. And so I can't speak Chinese or Mandarin or Cantonese. So I went into the store and I had liquors. And it was something along this line, like a blue bottle with clear liquid in it. And I'm like, okay, it's got to be something that's vodka.
Some sort of spirit.
And when I opened it, John, who was like 3-4 feet away from me, was like, "Whoa, what the hell is that?" And I was like, "Ugh!" And it was the most rancid smell you could ever possibly smell. And I was like, okay, I can't taste as bad as it smells. So I tried some. I took a swig out of the bottle, and I was like, it was
Really? That bad?
gross.
So, take my chances with the
So I'm like, maybe if I mix it. So I got a bottle of grapefruit juice. Grapefruit juice, and I mixed it with grapefruit juice because I didn't have orange juice.
Not a big fan.
Dude, I ruined grapefruit juice. I loved grapefruit juice.
Really?
I ruined grapefruit juice for myself because every time I tasted grapefruit juice after that, I was like, Jesus, it's the hint of that. So, anyways, I went through this much in the bottle. Next bus stop, I left it on the like a mailbox or whatever it was, like one of those newspaper boxes.
Yeah.
And I saw some kids run up and grab it and took it. I'm like, poor kids.
You probably killed some people.
Yeah.
But it's in a foreign country, so it's fine.
But they drink it down there, apparently. Like, I mean,
Obviously they do, and we don't.
Must have been.
We're civilized. We're great vodka.
It's
Right?
it's another time when I was out there. Yiwu. Everything they make is out of rice. It's like all rice wine. Everything is called rice wine.
Rice wine's amazing.
But
I love the sake. Maybe that'll be another one. Have you tried sake?
probably.
Okay, so I'm going to say that. No. Anyways,
I'm pretty sure I have.
I have to do the Japanese beat.
Oh,
Very good.
have I tried sake? I love sake.
So good. Okay. It's not hate speech.
But they say
I've heard Japanese, by the way.
They are.
I'm just.
No, they everybody assumes that the Chinese say re instead of le, but there's a lot of le's in China, so that makes no sense. It's the Japanese that can't pronounce the L.
And good for them. Alright?
Yep.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know. I guess it's.
Have we smell this? Have we smell this yet?
Oh yeah, this is a very fruity. Fruity. Nothing against P. Diddy. I'm not saying he's fruity.
No, no one's saying that. Although,
He's pretty hardcore. Like
if we're going old school, we're talking about that, right? It's the notorious B.I.G. that got him where he is.
yeah.
What do you mean, yeah? You don't even know what I'm talking about?
No. The Notorious Big?
The,
I know the Notorious B.A.G. Brian Austin Green from 90210.
oh my god.
He was more my flavor.
Oh my god.
He was a rapper, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's right. On the show, he's trying to
Notorious
do this like,
B.I.G.
oh my god, he's shite. Alright, what do you think? Candies? Candle eyes?
Yeah, lots of candies.
Lots of hard candies.
Actually,
so hard candies. Very hard.
I'm thinking candy canes, and I don't know if it's like it's got like pine in it, like a pine.
I know, yeah.
Because candy canes always smell like
Like
Christmas
the sap.
trees that they were hanging on.
Not the needles, but the sap.
The sap.
The amber makes it amber.
Yeah.
Trap them buds with it. I think it's like was it limeade?
Lime.
Gatorade flavor? Lemon lime?
Yeah, one of
That's
those,
what it reminds me of.
crossbreed.
It's got that sort of
crossbreed
citrusy smell.
No, what? I keep singing lemon jello, but what is it? What's the? Some crossbreed citrus fruits that like down in Florida. They crossbreed all, like pamplemousse mixed with.
Pamplemousse. That's so funny. Pamplemousse champignon.
Cat's pamplemousse. I think it's the fifth one.
Oh my god, everybody just tuned out right now. Anybody that's left over, 3 of you that's watching this, God bless. Okay.
Let's see what happens here.
Oh, the vibration on that.
definitely very flavorful.
Very sweet.
That's
Surprisingly sweet.
$800 a bottle for the table.
Bottle service?
Bottle service?
Absolutely.
Is it $800 a bottle?
No, I don't know. Probably.
Probably.
Some places.
Vegas.
If P. Diddy shows up, that's going to be. Gee.
If P. Diddy serves
It's
it.
not G. I'd love to see that. You know how like Vanilla Ice is like doing burgers now and shit like that? Oh man, MC Hammer. Oh. Like serve them burgers. Oh, so good. Is it bad? Why do we love to watch people rise and then we love to watch them crash?
Here's the crazy part. Whenever somebody is like a one-hit wonder,
Yeah.
and everybody's like, oh, that guy's a total, what do you call him, has-been, and this, that, and the other. But the guy made like $5 million on one song. He's made more money than most people make in their entire lives.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just relax and just enjoy the rest of your
Piss
life?
it away.
And
When you come from nothing, right, and then you have a bunch of a mailbox full of money overnight. Then
Well,
you're like,
I'm not-
oh my god, all the shit I can buy.
But I'm not even talking about the guys who go back to flipping burgers. I'm talking about the guys who, they had a great song, and then that was it.
Yeah.
And they made their living off one song, and they're living comfortably.
They are though.
But yeah, a lot of
Kind
people
of like
are
winning
living
the lottery
comfortably.
though. I'd love to see what the statistics are for that. I don't know if that's true, but I'd love to see the statistics. Actually, I don't even care, to be honest. Because we're drinking vodka here at a table that looks like we didn't make a one-hit wonder.
Even that little
Maybe this is
drop left there, that was
You know what? That's
so much flavor in one little drop, eh?
okay. Actually, we got one left. Okay, so this is Method 95 Dillons. That's a
I was
local
gonna say
for us.
methane.
It's not, yeah, Methane 95. Actually, that's a cooler name.
Methane.
When I think about it. But it gives it a bit more of a, like a
Methane.
bourbon whiskey.
But methane
sort.
sparks.
God. Yeah, you know what? That's a horrible idea. Now that I think about it, it's a good point. Okay, so Method 95.
Method.
Also a grape. They don't say vodka. It's in the vodka. Actually, is it in the vodka? Yeah, it is.
What does this one say?
I don't think it says vodka, but it's in the vodka section. It's a grape spirit, they call it. Distilled grape spirit.
Yeah,
That's it. So they're not trying to pretend, they're actually sticking to the rules. So good for Dillons in Niagara Falls region.
Dillons.
It's the local one.
Speaking of 90210,
Triple X
is
to
this
95%.
Luke Perry's Dylan.
What?
You know,
Oh, I didn't get
Dylan,
it yet.
Dylan from 90210. Luke Perry. God rest his
A
soul.
rip. Oh man, that guy, honestly, I don't want to say I watched 90210 because I don't. But if I did, like I know of it and stuff like that. Jason Priestley, bit of a tard, isn't he? As a character?
He's a race car driver. Well, he's a race car
No,
driver.
I mean as a character. So what was his name? Brandon?
Brandon.
I don't know why we're even
But
talking
the thing
about
is,
this,
no,
but-
like here was the thing. Back in the 90s, they were trying to,
Small
it's
batch.
like anything, trying to keep teenagers from getting stupid. So
Didn't work.
Well, I think we were less stupid than some of the teenagers.
Okay, you know
nowadays.
what? Fair point.
Like, you know how when you glamorize the stupid stuff, people like do stupid stuff to be
Yeah,
glamorous.
like selling bath water. If you know what I'm talking about.
Bath
Anybody that's on it.
bath
you-
salts or bath water?
No, bath water. So there's like a girl, everybody, if you don't know, you know what I'm talking about, put in the comments, go ahead and subscribe. There's a girl on, I think it's Twitch or something like that.
She's selling her own bath water.
Yeah. So she's all like, look at me, I've got cat ears on and things like that. And I don't know who it is, honestly, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like,
Is this
oh,
like
you do
is this
know.
like the
It's not like
Japanese
that.
sell like
It's like
soiled
that,
panties in the vending machine?
but it's like a normal
So
white
she's
girl
selling-
that's young, like really young. And she's like, she's got a bunch of followers. And so, hey man, it's free market, right? Like she's using capitalistic.
She bottles her bath water.
So she has a swim, or whatever, in a bath, and then she bottles it and she sells it on, I don't know, what is it, eBay or something? Put it down in the comments if you know. And then people
what's the
bought
link?
it.
What's the link?
God damn, you can look it up. It's not even like hidden or anything. I don't even know, we're talking like pop culture now. But that's like a thing. It's like
I'm gonna bathe in vodka and sell my
no,
vodka.
it's gonna.
bathed
If you
vodka.
do want, slightly used in.
Slightly used vodka.
How do you say? When
Did I
you add an element of flavoring to it, like barreling, but internal barreling, like maybe a dirt barreling in the
Like
back
the
end.
cats that eat those coffee beans and then they poop up the
What?
There's a specific coffee bean that the cats eat and they poop it out and it makes the bean that much more flavorful or whatever. Yeah, so it goes through the digestive system of the cat. Did I ever tell you about my aunts who she read somewhere that milk baths are good for you.
Yeah.
And so she went to like a
Cliff
farmer,
Archer,
like a local dairy farmer,
Yeah.
and she asked for like a bunch of milk that she could take a bath in.
Is that a technical?
Well, I don't know. The farmer asked her, "Would you like it pasteurized?" And she said,
Yeah.
"Oh no, just up to the knees would be fine." Anyways, let's try this.
Oh my god, let's sniff. Let's go on the nose here. What's going
Oh, whoa! This is
Wow,
different.
that's different again.
Very different.
So the most interesting vodkas, non-vodkas, are the grape ones. They're like so different, like whiskey.
Way different. But I'm gonna say that like it just burns your nose like rubbing alcohol. There's a lot of alcohol. in it.
It's evaporating probably because we're knobheads and we're not drinking
We're
it.
not drinking it. We should. You're not supposed to swish the alcohol around.
Well, if you want to see what kind of legs it's got, like
Legs.
obviously the viscosity of it.
Oh, our bird's still there.
Hey buddy, want a drink?
He's sitting on a window ledge. He's sleeping. He's
Does
recuperating
not want
for
to
his
believe.
flight tomorrow.
You are sleeping.
He's got to catch an early flight tomorrow.
Oh yes, he does. He does not know.
Literally.
Oh, Air Canada.
Probably I gotta throw him into the
So
air.
what's on the menu for that flight to Spotted Dick? So wrong. That's like the usual. Never mind. Okay, let's drink this.
Was it there?
It's worth drinking. It's
What was that?
live. It's gonna turn into water.
Okay, all right.
I love that time.
Wow. Ah, that's different.
I see the sweetness of it.
There's a lot of it. Very boozy.
Is that how you describe it?
Yeah, there's a lot of kick to it.
I would love to see these two, the grape ones, in a mix, like that calls for vodka, and see how it changes it. Like you drink it with this, which isn't even a mixer, but it just adds alcohol to
I
the
think
cocktail. Well,
When I drank this one, it was hard. It was hard to get rid of the flavor because it
Yeah.
stuck to my tongue. This one is very hard to get rid of the flavor. It's there. And
I kind of like the flavor. I'm trying to describe it. Like, how do you describe something you don't?
My daughter, when she's doing painting your nails, you walk into her room and it
Yeah.
smells like nail polish.
That's what do they call that?
It's
Acetone?
acetone. Yeah. No, we're not drinking acetone. You didn't put acetone in here.
I did do the antifreeze swap thing.
This is like a murder suicide. This is a murder suicide.
Did you put your white Snickers on?
suicide.
Oh god, I love you, man.
Who's gonna edit this?
It'll just edit itself.
That's fine.
It's 2020. Or
When they
whatever.
find us weeks from now,
No, there'll be two skulls. There'll be that bird eating us, and it's not even carnivore,
Birds gonna eat us.
right? And then it'll make its way to where
Birds
it's
don't
going.
even eat meat. They're not well.
What?
A lot of birds do, but pigeons don't eat.
You sure about that? It's got like red eyes. All of a sudden, it's like watching you at night when you're sleeping.
That pigeons die after having sex. Did you know that?
What? No, it's not real.
At least the ones that I fucked do.
So wrong. And this smells like acetone and paint. Oh, that's so bad. I actually like it. Let me describe it better, like in a nicer way.
Without using pigeons.
Wait. Without using pigeons, nail polish, anything, and paint. Okay, here we go. You know what it smells like? It smells like the freedom of leaves.
Freedom!
No, it smells a bit like ass.
It
But
smells like Mel Gibson
no,
on a horse. Yo,
with a plaid horse.
wearing a tartan. Wearing a tartan kilt before they were wearing tartan kilts.
Is that a true?
Yeah, he was wearing a
Is that
tartan.
not even
no,
accurate?
the Scots didn't wear tartan kilts before that time.
Oh my
so
God.
it was way before the time period.
You guys are learning so much on this
Yeah,
channel.
that
Not just
that
about vodka.
huge faux pas on that film.
Whoops.
William Wallace never wore a tartan.
He probably just wore pants, like a normal person.
Like pants.
Anyways, this smells like. What do you think? Juju beans.
Jujubes. Is it
Smells-
jujubes or
It
jujubes?
smells like Teen Spirit
Juju.
after it gets washed off.
Oh,
What do you think?
I was getting stuffy, but this clears your nose. This is
It does actually.
Vicks Vapor Rub? No.
No, but that's like you always have that connotation with I'm sick with Vicks Vapor Rub. This, I feel like I'm whole again.
Hold again.
I'm holy.
Holy.
It's holy. It tastes like holy moly. What do you think?
That's a full tongue.
I don't know how to describe that. I
It's
just don't know how to
full
describe it.
mouth flavor. If you're a connoisseur of alcohol
Lots of stuff in your mouth.
and you want to taste every. There are alcohols that taste like water. You down them and it's
Which is fine.
But forbid.
Let's do
God
the
forbid,
contrast.
Call it girly.
This is
There's a lot of vodkas are girly.
man. Come on. Do
Where
it.
like the ladies like it because it doesn't burn your mouth or anything. But
That's right, the ladies like that. Typically. I know there's going to be some of you out there that,
I like my booze hard. I like my booze as hard as woodpecker lips.
I don't know what to say about that. Okay, this is 1. Absolute opposite. Now it's like back to like what I think about vodka. It's almost like not there, and then a touch of vodka.
That's the tippy tongue one, isn't it? Because it tastes tippy
For
tongue.
you. For me, it's a side.
I'm still
It's
feeling
a lateral tongue expression. Okay, let's round this up here.
Beer?
No, we just had vodka. Screw beer.
Oh,
Might be
beer
another
before
episode.
liquor, never been sicker. Liquor after beer.
Liquor.
No, liquor.
Beer before liquor, never been sicker.
Liquor.
Liquor before beer, all
Beer.
clear.
Yeah, so we're
Yeah.
good.
We're good. However, so my turn to give information now. So it's not about mixing booze. It's how quickly your liver can actually metabolize alcohol.
Did we already?
That's
do
it. Do you got another one?
No.
No, there's probably other commercials that are actually in here.
a dinking?
Do you? Yeah.
Do you know a girl that
Okay.
needs a dinking?
Let's summarize. Okay. What if you could only have one bottle?
All right.
If you could have, okay, let's say 2 bottles. If you could only pick 2 bottles for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I'm gonna go with is that recipe 21?
It's crying.
Hey, it's
Okay, that's-
$13 for the biggest bottle here.
Okay, that's your choice. Go on. And what's your second choice? Now you have that $13 bottle. I didn't even say you had to pay for those bottles.
Well, okay. So if I'm saving here, I would probably take the CIROC as far as.
Okay, so these are the ones you give to your friends that show up, and this is for yourself. Is that how that works?
No, I think this is the one you give your friends first, and then you load them up with that. after
Nice.
It's done. Like
Nice.
once you're like, you know what?
They wouldn't notice it because you have to. That's so different.
A few shots of that, and then the rest of the
Then
night.
you go this way. That's a great tip. That's a great
You
tip.
start with your good one.
Once. So you bring out the bottle so they see it. So you're like, hey man, check this out. And if anybody can identify, we don't have great
Then you
use here.
fill up the shot tray in the back, and he's like, eh.
Yeah, you know what I heard? You fill up a decanter, right?
Decanter?
Yeah,
Vodka?
you make it like the fancy one with a liquor, so it's all crystal, looks fancy pants, but you put shitbag stuff in it. And so you do that. You bring out the bottle, and then you bring the decanter out after, and they don't know what's in it. So you bring the cheaper stuff. I don't know if I would buy that because it just looks like I got a drinking problem with that size bottle.
You know what?
It's plastic. I have a thing against plastic bottles. I just don't want it. So it's got to be.
I don't know if it's got the what's it, the BPA or whatever in it.
Okay. So, oh God.
Because that adds a kick.
Okay.
I like BPA in my
So
booze.
let's do yay or nay on this. This is straight onto your wounds. That's a mixer, I think.
Okay.
That you can do straight because it's so easy to drink. But you could mix it if you wanted to.
Unless you have a burnt tongue from coffee.
Okay, and I'd love to see this in a mixed drink. Maybe we'll check it out individually in the future.
Some
mixed
olives.
drinks. That one, I wasn't overly impressed. I've heard of Ketel 1 and stuff, but that kind of reminds me of Tito, so it's in that category. What do you think about the Stoli ELIT?
Made me feel special.
It did make me feel special. I love the bottle.
Yeah, the bottle is very nice.
It's almost like worth the presentation.
I'm telling you, it's the Voss water of.
I think so. That's a good description. So if you want to impress and people are like, no man, great goose, great goose, great goose, you pull this out. I think
Like
it would
this
impress
is a
people.
heavy bottle, and mostly because of this thing here. It's
Yeah.
a solid
You could use it
solid,
for other things.
lead. Like what? How?
I hope it's not lead. That's what gives it the sweetness, maybe.
Well, I don't know, but it's like you gotta be careful putting it back on because you break the top.
You can break your teeth.
You can play hockey with that thing. Like it's solid.
You could.
Break the boards.
What do you think about this? Had that potato that really
The musical
full-
notes.
It was a full orchestra of vodka.
Full orchestra.
Can we describe it as like that?
Frederick Chopin.
What's this? This is candy. That's just sweetness.
Distorted.
If you don't like your vodka sweet, well, don't get that one. If you don't like your vodka that sweet too, but different
I
than
wouldn't
this.
say sweet. I think if you're like, man, I want to taste my vodka or whatever.
That's not technically vodka.
Whatever it is, like I want to taste my booze. I want to have that. This is
And it's-
one that's not going to leave you for a
It's
while.
interesting too, straight up. Like if you want to drink it neat, probably be interesting.
Yeah, you know,
on
it's
ice as well.
it's like some people love scotch.
Yeah.
I've gone to scotch parties. I've tried like I'd say maybe 30, 40 different scotches,
All different regions.
and
just can't do it.
I did not like them
Yeah.
until one particular party where I drank scotch because it was there, and it now good times. I have memories of good times with scotch.
Do you remember what scotch that was?
Glenfiddich?
12, the typical one.
I don't know, the green one.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, so I mean, it's converted me. It's just like I used to hate olives until I was at a wedding and the food hadn't been served yet, and all they had was olives on the bar, and I was hungry and
Almost
I ate
like
the
an
whole
acquired
olive,
taste,
and I was like, ooh, suddenly I love the olives.
Interesting. Okay, so that's our thoughts on everything and a little bit of vodka tasting. It's- What?
Should have dust off these vodkas.
Stuff your face.
I gotta put on my French maid outfit.
Oh God.
goes with.
Where is this going? Okay.
What with the duster?
Thank you for watching.
What about stories? Do you have any good stories?
We'll talk about that for the next episode of whatever. Stay tuned for more videos coming up very soon of us drinking and all kinds of stuff. All right. Thanks. Cheers.